Picture this: your study area is set up just right. Books are neatly organized. The lighting is ideal, and you're prepared to dive deep into your work. But within moments, your mind drifts. Suddenly, you're checking your phone, daydreaming, or making mental to-do lists. Before you know it, valuable time has slipped away, leaving you feeling defeated and wondering why staying focused seems so difficult. In a world filled with endless distractions, from constant notifications to the pull of social media, focus has become more challenging than ever. Yet, the answer to developing true concentration lies in something ancient and profound: mindfulness. In Buddhism, focus isn't about forcing yourself to pay attention. It's about building a relationship with your mind, gently guiding it back to the present with patience and compassion. This practice turns focus into a natural state, one that arises from awareness and intentionality rather than sheer willpower. Today, we'll explore 4 transformative strategies, rooted in Buddhist wisdom, that will help you master your attention and nurture the discipline to reach your full potential. These aren't just techniques for studying, they're lifelong skills that will bring clarity, calm, and resilience to every area of your life. Let's begin this journey to a focused, empowered mind. Tip 1. Identify and record your distractions. The journey to focus begins with a crucial first step: identifying and understanding the distractions that pull us away from our goals. In a world full of sensory stimulation and constant demands on our attention, distractions can arise from various sources. They may appear as fleeting thoughts, unresolved worries, habitual urges, or environmental triggers. The key to managing these distractions is to bring them to light by observing them without judgment and recognizing their patterns. This process allows us to gradually regain control over our focus. Story: a student's journey of awareness. Michael's story is a compelling illustration of the power of self-awareness in overcoming distractions. As a young university student aspiring to become a scientist, Michael struggled to maintain his focus during study sessions. His mind constantly wandered, drawn to a wide range of thoughts: weekend plans with friends, worries about his grades, reminders of errands like doing laundry, or even random memories that surfaced out of nowhere. Over time, this constant distraction began to erode his motivation and made it difficult for him to engage deeply with his studies. Feeling increasingly frustrated, Michael decided to experiment with a new approach. He began carrying a small notebook with him and committed to jotting down any thought that disrupted his concentration. No matter how trivial it seemed, this simple act of writing allowed him to pause, reflect, and create a slight distance between himself and the distracting thought. At the end of each week, he reviewed his notes and noticed surprising patterns emerging. Many of his distractions stemmed from recurring themes: anxiety about his future, insecurities regarding his academic abilities, and, surprisingly, trivial habits like checking his phone or recalling unfinished tasks. By consciously identifying these distractions, Michael experienced a transformative shift. He learned to separate fleeting thoughts from his deeper focus, gaining clarity on what was essential and what could be let go. Each time he recognized and recorded a distraction, it felt like a small victory, an achievement that moved him closer to reclaiming control over his attention. Practical steps for thought awareness. Identifying and recording distractions can be a powerful exercise in mindfulness. Here are some practical steps that can guide you through the process. 1. Capture the thought in detail. Carry a small notebook or use a note-taking app on your phone. Each time you feel distracted, write down the thought or feeling without overthinking it. Try to capture the thought in a specific and detailed manner, instead of simply noting "worried about exams." Describe the thought as feeling anxious about next week's exams due to fear of underperforming. This extra layer of detail provides insight into the underlying causes of your distraction and makes it easier to analyze later. 2. Categorize the thought. Add a column in your notebook or app labeled thought type to classify each distraction. You might label thoughts as future-oriented, past-oriented, or habit-based. This classification helps you identify patterns in your distractions. For example, if most of your distractions are future-oriented, they may indicate underlying anxieties about what's to come. Recognizing these patterns can empower you to take proactive steps in addressing them. 3. Weekly reflection sessions. Dedicate a time each week to review your distraction log. Look over your notes and analyze the types of thoughts that frequently recur. Ask yourself why certain themes appear repeatedly. Are these thoughts rooted in fear, excitement, or habit? Are they triggered by specific times of the day or by particular subjects you study? Reflecting on these patterns offers deeper self-awareness and highlights areas where you can make intentional changes. 4. Understand the root cause. As you examine your distraction patterns, consider the underlying reasons behind them. For instance, if you often worry about academic performance, this might stem from a lack of self-confidence or fear of failure. Identifying the root cause allows you to address the distraction at its source, perhaps by practicing positive affirmations or developing a plan to improve study habits. Awareness is the first step in breaking free from the cycle of distraction. Buddhist insight: observing without judgment. In Buddhism, there is a teaching that likens thoughts to clouds, always passing through the vast sky of the mind. This analogy underscores a fundamental principle. Thoughts are temporary and transient. By treating them as passing phenomena rather than obstacles to overcome, we reduce their hold over us. The practice of writing down distractions enables us to observe them from a distance, acknowledging their presence without becoming entangled in them. This practice is rooted in mindfulness, a central concept in Buddhist philosophy. Mindfulness encourages us to remain present and attentive without judgment, creating a space of calm and acceptance. When we observe our thoughts without reacting to them emotionally, we train our minds to remain steady. This detachment from thoughts cultivates a stable awareness, helping us stay grounded and present without being carried away by each passing mental cloud. In time, this practice of observing distractions without judgment can lead to a sense of inner freedom. We begin to see thoughts for what they are: impermanent events that come and go, often unrelated to our true priorities. As we develop this understanding, distractions lose their power over us, and our minds grow stronger and more resilient. Real-world application of Buddhist mindfulness in managing distractions. Imagine you are studying in a quiet library, deeply focused on a challenging topic. When a thought suddenly appears, "Did I reply to that email from my professor?" Instinctively, your hand reaches for your phone to check. But instead of acting on this impulse, pause and take a mindful approach. Acknowledge the thought, write it down if necessary, and remind yourself that it is temporary. In doing so, you're practicing a core principle of Buddhist mindfulness, observing thoughts without reacting to them. By refraining from engaging with every thought, you allow your mind to return to its primary focus. With regular practice, this technique becomes a mental habit, enabling you to engage fully in the present moment without being pulled away by fleeting concerns. This skill is invaluable, not only for studying but for managing distractions in all areas of life. Additional techniques for enhancing thought awareness. Expanding on the basic practice of identifying and recording distractions. Here are several techniques that can deepen your awareness and further enhance your focus. 1. Set a mindfulness alarm. Use a gentle alarm on your phone that rings at regular intervals, say, every 30 minutes. Each time it rings, pause to check in with your mind. Are you focused, or has your attention drifted? This simple practice cultivates an ongoing awareness of your mental state, making it easier to catch distractions before they take hold. 2. Engage in thought labeling. Whenever a distraction arises, give it a simple label: anxiety, habit, future planning, etc. This labeling technique is derived from Buddhist mindfulness practices and can help you see thoughts more objectively. By naming the thought, you create a small mental distance from it, which helps in maintaining focus. 3. Practice progressive awareness. At the beginning of each study session, set an intention to observe your distractions. As you notice them, Write them down, but also note any decrease or increase in their frequency and intensity over time. This progressive approach allows you to track your improvement, offering motivation and insight into your journey toward mastering focus. 4. Meditative journaling. At the end of each day, spend 5 to 10 minutes journaling about the distractions you experienced and how you responded to them. Reflect on your successes and areas for improvement. This reflective practice not only reinforces your awareness but also strengthens your commitment to cultivating focus and resilience. Long-term benefits of practicing thought awareness. The benefits of thought awareness extend beyond academic or professional settings. Over time, this practice fosters emotional resilience, mental clarity, and an enhanced ability to prioritize. By understanding the nature of our distractions, we develop the capacity to approach tasks with undivided attention, enhancing both productivity and satisfaction. We also cultivate greater emotional stability, as we learn not to be swayed by every passing thought or feeling. In the context of Buddhist mindfulness, the practice of thought awareness helps us deepen our understanding of the mind and its tendencies. It reveals the impermanent nature of thoughts, reducing our attachment to them. This insight brings a profound sense of liberation, allowing us to engage with life's challenges from a place of inner calm and clarity. Ultimately, identifying and recording distractions is more than a technique. It is a journey of self-discovery and empowerment. As we navigate this journey, we gain invaluable insights into our minds, strengthening our ability to focus and enriching our experiences. By embracing this practice, we move closer to mastering not only our studies but also the art of mindful living. Tip 2. Remove distraction triggers. After identifying your distractions, the next step is to address the external environment that contributes to them. Our surroundings play a powerful role in shaping our ability to concentrate. A cluttered workspace, constant notifications from electronic devices, or even certain visual or auditory cues can act as triggers, repeatedly drawing our attention away from our tasks. By creating a distraction-free environment, we establish a supportive space for focused work, which ultimately enables us to concentrate better and achieve our goals. Story: Sarah's simplified study space. Sarah, a high school senior with a heavy study load, faced a constant battle with distractions in her environment. Her desk was crowded with personal items, notebooks, sticky notes, snacks, and even photos. Her phone lay within reach, constantly buzzing with notifications, while her laptop screen was cluttered with open tabs from various websites. These objects, though seemingly harmless, subtly eroded her focus. Each time she sat down to study, her attention was drawn away by the visual and digital clutter surrounding her. One day, Sarah decided to make a change. She cleared her desk of all non-essential items, keeping only her textbooks, pen, and a notebook. She placed her phone on Do Not Disturb mode and put it in a drawer out of sight. She closed unnecessary tabs on her laptop, keeping only those directly related to her study material open. This created a clean, calm space that supported her focus. Without the clutter, she felt a newfound mental clarity, as if the act of organizing her environment had also organized her mind. Sarah's productivity soared, and studying no longer felt like a struggle against her own surroundings. Practical steps for a distraction-free zone. Creating a supportive study environment doesn't require a major overhaul. Small adjustments can make a significant difference. Here are some practical steps you can take to minimize distractions in your study space. 1. Identify your key triggers. Reflect on what usually distracts you. For some, it may be a cluttered desk, while others may be constantly pulled by their phone or notifications. Knowing your unique triggers helps you develop a tailored approach to eliminating them. 2. Physically declutter your study area. Clear your desk of any items that aren't directly related to the task at hand. Keep only essential study materials, such as textbooks, a notebook, pen, and a water bottle. Visual simplicity fosters mental clarity, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. 3. Control technology mindfully. Electronic devices are powerful study tools but can also be major sources of distraction. Place your phone on Do Not Disturb mode and keep it out of sight. For computers, close any tabs or applications not related to your current work. And consider using productivity apps that temporarily block access to distracting websites. 4. Use background sounds to boost focus. For some, background sounds can enhance focus by masking minor noises that may otherwise cause distraction. Experiment with low-volume ambient sounds, white noise, or instrumental music if it helps you concentrate. 5. Create a routine of setting up your study space. Before each study session, take a few minutes to arrange your space intentionally. This act serves as a mental cue that signals your brain it's time to focus. Over time, this ritual will help you transition smoothly into a focused state, free from the pull of distractions. Buddhist insight: letting go of attachments to physical clutter. In Buddhism, one of the core principles is non-attachment, releasing our dependency on external objects or sensory experiences that create distraction and restlessness. The practice of letting go helps us simplify our environment, both physically and mentally, enabling us to cultivate a focused mind. When we remove clutter from our study space, we practice non-attachment by consciously choosing simplicity over excess. This minimalism fosters a state of clarity and calm that naturally supports concentration. By releasing our attachment to unnecessary objects, we free up mental energy, reducing our need for constant stimulation. This intentional act of decluttering allows us to approach our studies with a peaceful mind, less weighed down by external stimuli. With time, this practice not only enhances focus but also encourages a balanced relationship with our possessions, reminding us that true contentment comes from within, not from our surroundings. Additional techniques for removing distraction triggers. Beyond the practical steps listed above, there are other approaches you can take to deepen your control over environmental distractions. Consider incorporating the following techniques to create an even more distraction-resistant study space. 1. Designate a distraction-free zone. If possible, establish a dedicated study space where only focused work takes place. Avoid using this area for activities like eating or socializing, as this reinforces its purpose as a place of concentration. Over time, simply sitting in this designated area will cue your brain to focus. 2. Set clear boundaries with family or roommates. If you live with others, communicate your study schedule and kindly ask for minimal interruptions during study times. This proactive approach helps others understand and respect your need for focus, creating a supportive atmosphere. 3. Use visual reminders to stay focused. Place a small object on your desk, such as a mindfulness stone or a note card with a motivational quote, as a gentle reminder to stay on task. When you feel tempted to get distracted, glance at this object to ground yourself back in the present moment. 4. Practice digital minimalism. Beyond just turning off notifications, consider decluttering your digital life. Delete unused apps, organize your computer files, and reduce your screen time. A cleaner digital environment reflects a more intentional approach to technology, reducing the risk of distractions both online and offline. The long-term impact of a simplified study space. The benefits of creating a distraction-free environment extend beyond improved study sessions. In the long run, simplifying your surroundings fosters mental clarity, resilience, and the ability to prioritize. A clutter-free environment serves as a physical manifestation of a focused mind, reminding you that simplicity and discipline are key to achieving meaningful goals. Additionally, the habit of maintaining a clean space instills a sense of responsibility and care in everything you do. It strengthens your commitment to your studies and your personal growth, reinforcing that every action contributes to your journey. This practice of environmental discipline aligns with Buddhist principles of mindfulness and intentionality, reminding us that focus begins with how we shape our surroundings. Tip 3. Embrace short, focused intervals. Long study sessions can often lead to mental fatigue, diminished retention, and even burnout, rather than pushing through hours of uninterrupted study time. Breaking study periods into shorter intervals can help maintain energy, engagement, and motivation. This approach not only enhances focus but also allows for meaningful, restorative breaks that prevent the mind from becoming overwhelmed. The concept of working in short, focus bursts with regular breaks is a scientifically backed method often referred to as the Pomodoro technique. By alternating periods of intense focus with brief intervals of rest, the mind remains sharp and the body energized. Story: Alex's new approach to studying. Alex, a dedicated law student, had always believed that longer study sessions were the key to success. He would often sit at his desk for hours, determined to cover as much material as possible. However, he found that his focus waned after the first hour, and he struggled to retain information. After a particularly exhausting session, Alex decided to try a new approach, the Pomodoro technique. He began setting a timer for 25 minutes, fully dedicating himself to his studies during that time. Once the timer went off, he took a 5-minute break to stretch, hydrate, and clear his mind. At first, Alex was skeptical of this approach, wondering how such short bursts of work could be effective. However, he was pleasantly surprised. Each 25-minute session allowed him to concentrate intensely, and the short breaks provided just enough mental refreshment to prevent burnout. By the end of his study session, Alex felt productive, energized, and more in control of his focus. This experience demonstrated the power of focused intervals, reshaping his entire approach to studying. Practical steps for focused intervals. 1. Set a timer for your chosen interval. Most people find 25-minute sessions with a 5-minute break effective. However, experiment with intervals to find what works best for you. 20, 30, or even 40 minutes may suit your individual preferences. 2. Engage in one task at a time. During each study interval, commit fully to a single task. Avoid multitasking, as it divides your attention and diminishes your ability to focus deeply. Focusing on one topic allows for a more immersive experience, enhancing comprehension and retention. 3. Incorporate active breaks. Use your 5-minute breaks wisely. Engage in light physical activities such as stretching, walking, or taking deep breaths. Movement during breaks prevents mental and physical fatigue, resetting your mind and body for the next session. 4. Reward yourself after a set of intervals. After completing 4 focused intervals, take a longer break, 15 to 30 minutes. This extended break acts as a reward, allowing you to fully relax before the next session. Use this time to recharge, grab a snack, go outside, or meditate briefly. 5. Track your progress. Document the number of intervals completed and observe any changes in productivity and retention. Tracking your sessions provides insight into which interval durations are most effective and reinforces a sense of accomplishment. Buddhist insight: balancing effort and rest. In Buddhism, the concept of the middle way emphasizes a balance between effort and relaxation, avoiding extremes. This philosophy applies directly to focused intervals. By working in bursts followed by breaks, we honor both the need for concentrated effort and the necessity of rest. The middle way teaches us that burnout is counterproductive, and by pacing ourselves, we maintain clarity, resilience, and a sustainable approach to productivity. When we alternate between periods of focus and rest, we create a rhythm that respects our natural limits, enhancing not only productivity but also the quality of our study experience. This balanced approach fosters inner harmony, allowing us to engage fully in our tasks without pushing ourselves to the point of exhaustion. Advanced techniques for mastering focused intervals. For those who are comfortable with basic interval study methods, consider these advanced techniques to take your focused intervals to the next level. 1. Variation in interval length. Customize interval lengths based on task complexity. For easier tasks, shorter intervals may be sufficient, while challenging topics might benefit from slightly longer study periods. Adjusting interval length based on task type allows for optimal engagement. 2. Progressive goal setting. Set small goals for each interval, such as completing one section of a textbook or solving a set number of practice problems. These goals add structure to each interval, helping maintain focus and providing a sense of achievement. 3. Mindful reflection after each interval. At the end of each interval, take a moment to reflect on what you've accomplished. This brief mindfulness exercise solidifies what you've learned and brings awareness to the progress you're making, enhancing motivation and focus. 4. Create a closing ritual for each session. At the end of your study session, spend a few minutes organizing your notes and summarizing key points. This ritual helps solidify the day's learning and gives closure to the session, promoting a calm transition back into everyday life. Tip 4. Practice meditation to strengthen focus. One of the most transformative tools for mastering focus is meditation. Meditation is more than a relaxation technique. It's a powerful practice that builds concentration, cultivates self-awareness, and promotes a calm mind. By developing a regular meditation routine, you train your mind to remain steady and resilient in the face of distractions. This mental discipline naturally extends into your study sessions, allowing for a deeper, more sustained focus. Story: Finding calm in chaos. Emily, a medical student, often found herself overwhelmed by the pressures of her studies. Long hours, high expectations, and an endless stream of information made it difficult for her to focus. Her mind constantly raced, filled with worries about exams, assignments, and her future in the medical field. After hearing about the benefits of meditation, Emily decided to give it a try. She committed to meditating for 5 minutes before each study session, focusing on her breathing and clearing her mind. At first, sitting still felt uncomfortable, and her mind wandered frequently. However, she gradually began to experience moments of calm and clarity. Each time her mind drifted, she gently redirected her focus back to her breath. Over time, Emily noticed that her ability to concentrate improved significantly. Meditation became her anchor, grounding her amidst the chaos of her busy schedule. Her study sessions became more focused, her mind steadier, and her stress levels reduced. Emily's story illustrates how meditation cultivates a centered mind, transforming focus into a natural state of being rather than a constant struggle. Practical steps for meditation. 1. Start small. Begin with a few minutes of meditation, gradually increasing the duration as you grow more comfortable. Starting with a manageable time frame, such as 2 to 5 minutes, helps establish a consistent habit without feeling overwhelming. 2. Focus on your breath. Close your eyes and bring your attention to your breathing. Notice the sensation of each inhale and exhale. If your mind begins to wander, gently bring it back to your breath without judgment. This simple practice teaches the mind to focus and return to the present moment. 3. Use guided meditation for beginners. Guided meditation apps or videos provide structure and guidance, making it easier to develop a routine. These resources often include instructions on posture, breathing techniques, and mental focus. 4. Create a dedicated meditation space. Find a quiet, comfortable place to meditate, free from distractions. Creating a specific space for meditation reinforces the habit and makes it easier to enter a focused state each time. 5. Be patient and consistent. Meditation is a skill that requires time and dedication. Even if your mind wanders at first, persistence is key. Over time, the practice will strengthen your ability to focus and remain calm, both during meditation and in everyday life. Buddhist insight: the art of mindfulness. In Buddhism, mindfulness is about being fully present in each moment, attending to our experiences with openness and acceptance. Through meditation, we cultivate mindfulness, training ourselves to remain anchored in the present. This presence of mind enhances our ability to focus on tasks and navigate challenges without becoming overwhelmed. Mindfulness allows us to observe thoughts and emotions as they arise without becoming entangled in them. By practicing meditation, we learn to view distractions objectively, acknowledging them without letting them control our attention. This practice not only improves focus but also fosters a peaceful, balanced state of mind, enriching both our studies and our overall experience of life. Advanced meditation techniques for enhanced focus. Once you're comfortable with basic meditation, you can explore advanced techniques to deepen your focus and mental clarity. 1. Body scan meditation. This practice involves focusing attention on each part of the body, from head to toe. The body scan technique helps relax physical tension and increase self-awareness, making it easier to focus on studying with a calm and present mind. 2. Visualization meditation. In this technique, visualize a place or image that symbolizes peace, focus, or clarity. For instance, imagine yourself studying in a serene setting or visualize completing your tasks with ease. Visualization strengthens concentration and reinforces a positive mindset, creating a strong foundation for focused study. 3. Walking meditation. For those who find it difficult to sit still, walking meditation combines movement with mindfulness. During walking meditation, focus on the sensation of each step and the rhythm of your breath. This practice grounds you in the present moment and can serve as an effective break during long study sessions. 4. Focused attention on a mantra. Some practitioners find that focusing on a mantra, a simple word or phrase, helps keep the mind engaged. Repeating a phrase such as calm and focused aligns your mental state with your study intentions, creating a centered, purposeful focus. 5. Progressive meditation routine. Gradually increase your meditation duration over time, building resilience and focus. For instance, start with 5 minutes per day for the first week. Then add an additional minute each subsequent week until you reach a comfortable length. This progressive approach makes meditation a sustainable habit that enhances focus over the long term. The transformative power of consistency. Consistency is the key to mastering these practices and making focus a natural aspect of your life. Each of these tips, identifying distractions, removing triggers, embracing focused intervals, and practicing meditation builds upon the other, creating a well-rounded approach to developing concentration. The ultimate goal is not just to study more effectively but to cultivate a focused, resilient mind capable of navigating challenges with calm and clarity. With commitment to these techniques, focus shifts from being a temporary effort to an ingrained skill, allowing you to approach each study session, task, or challenge with a centered, composed mindset. This balanced approach fosters a more fulfilling and productive study experience, empowering you to achieve your goals with greater ease and satisfaction. Through consistent practice, you transform focus from a struggle into a natural, effortless state, one that supports both academic success and personal growth. As you continue on this journey, remember that each small improvement contributes to lasting progress, bringing you closer to mastering the art of focus. By integrating these 4 practices, you're not simply enhancing your study habits, you're cultivating a mind that is both powerful and peaceful. A truly focused mind is steady, unaffected by distractions, and moves with clarity and purpose toward every goal. As you continue on this path, remember that focus is a skill, one that grows with patience, practice, and self-compassion. Each time you bring your attention back to the present, each time you choose mindfulness over distraction, you are building a foundation not just for academic success, but for a fulfilling life. So, embrace these techniques, give yourself grace in the process, and trust that this journey of focus is also a journey of self-discovery. Fully commit to this practice, and watch as it transforms not only your ability to focus but your entire experience of life.